What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. It has been a minute since we've done a offseason rebuild, but we are back with this offseason rebuild series. We did 26 teams, and obviously we have 4 more left to do. That was the teams in the conference finals, and one of them has been eliminated, that being the Dallas Mavericks. So today, of course, we're going to be doing a Dallas Mavericks offseason rebuild. This one should be a fun one today, so if you guys could go ahead and drop a like and, of course, subscribe if you're new around here, that would be greatly appreciated. Helps out a lot. Helps grow the channel, so thank you guys. But Dallas Mavericks, man, had a really good season. They literally upset the first seed. They got all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Of course, they ran into the Warriors, which the Warriors are that damn good. It kind of reminds me of my Blazers back in, I think it was 2019, if I'm not mistaken. I get the years mixed up, but obviously the Blazers made that run and they got swept in the finals, or the conference finals. But I guess the Mavericks, shout out to them for winning at least one game. I'll give them that. But the Mavericks obviously need another star. I think there's no question they need another guy here next to Luka Doncic. Obviously, that was supposed to be Porzingis. That did not work out. They since traded him to Washington, and they got Dinwiddie and Bertans in return, who definitely had a decent playoffs for them. Bertans at times was shooting some good threes. Dinwiddie was showing up, so it's good. I do like Dinwiddie, and they do have some salaries they have to worry about. So we do have a couple assets I think we could use in some trades. I think there's a guy we should try to go get today. Or I don't know who that guy is going to be in particular, but we need to get somebody. One thing we definitely need to do is we need to address our center position. I don't know if that's putting the star at the center. Obviously, like I said, Porzingis being a big, even though Porzingis preferred power forward most of the time. But I don't remember if he played center or power forward for Dallas. But regardless, we need a center, whether that's our star as well. We need a second star and we need a center. But we could combine the both of them, obviously, and just get a center that's a star, I guess you can say. So immediately I've heard rumors about, maybe getting Rudy Gobert from the Jazz. And as you know, Gobert is cool and all. It's just Gobert scares me because sometimes he can be played off the floor in the playoffs. So I feel like Jason Kidd would obviously take Gobert out of the lineup, though, if he needed to, more than Quinn Snyder was willing to in the playoffs. But regardless, I'm not sure I want to go for Gobert. Obviously, we always love the Jokic and Doncic pairing one day if that could happen, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. I'm sure Denver's going to lock him up. So we're going to have to find something out here, though, for Luka Doncic. He needs some help. We're looking for that. Maybe we go for Porzingis. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. But we need a center, and we need a star. Whether we combine both positions and do that, we'll do that. But if not, we'll get both positions. So post-defensive coach, let's sign all these real quick. I hate doing this part, but it is a part of 2K. I wish 2K would just bring back training camps low-key. I mean, training camps were so much better than this, but I feel like I say that a lot, so I won't, keep talking about it. But I think that was Mike Brown. I shouldn't sign Mike Brown. So Mike Brown rejects my offer, which is fine. We got Fisher, and then let's just grab Rice out here. Okay, should have our coaching staff completely filled out now. Now let's head to draft night. So on draft night, I can't remember if the Mavericks have their own pick or not. Let me take a look, and we do. It's next year where the Knicks have our pick. So we have the 26th overall pick. I don't plan on making any trades with this pick, at least not yet. So number 26, we have Ismail Kamageti on the board. We got EJ Liddell. We have Dyson Daniels who's fallen this far, which he's not going to fall that far in real life. Let's be honest with ourselves. So I'm not going to take him. You have Bryce McGowans. You have Keon Ellis, Malachi Branham. You got Christian Braun, Keon Ellis. A lot of good options. Okay. Who do I want to go with? Nikola Jovic could be interesting, putting him here in Dallas next to Luka. I kind of like the idea of it. So I'm going to take Jovic with my first round pick. And then my late second, I have Drew Timme on the board. I mean, we do need a center, but I mean, obviously Drew Timme is not really what I'm looking for. Darnell Powell, I don't really know who a lot of these guys are. I know Drew Timme is. That's about it. We have Buddy. We have Josh. I don't know. I'm going to take Josh because I don't think I've ever taken him before. So just like that, not that this part really matters all that much. We got Josh Minott and Nikola Jovic. So welcome to Dallas. We got Maxi Kleba, of course. I'm going to accept his team option. Really good shooter for the Mavericks. And then Josh Green will probably be used in a trade, I think. Probably. So Theo Pinson, we're going to let walk to free agency, not give him his qualifying offer. But the biggest thing this offseason, of course, is Jalen Brunson. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give my take on this for Dallas. Jalen Brunson is good. He was really good in the playoffs for you, and I like him. But you have so much salary tied into a lot of these players already. I would almost, if I'm Dallas, if I can get a better player, I'm signing and trading Jalen Brunson. And it's not a knock against Jalen Brunson, but if Jalen Brunson's your second best player, how high is your ceiling really, right? So as good as Luka Doncic is, I think it is safe to say that signing and trading Jalen Brunson might be the best move. I'm just saying. Maybe it's not. Maybe you could find a way to trade something else and still re-sign Jalen Brunson. But I feel like Jalen Brunson obviously is a really good asset. So he could definitely be used in a sign and trade scenario to get ourselves a brand new player. Now, who is that player again? I don't know, man. It is tough. But I do want to find a star. That's my goal this offseason. Whether you can find a way to, pull off Zach LaVine in Dallas, that would be cool. I don't even know if we have money. Do we have money? Yeah, we don't have money. So it would have to be like a sign-in trade where Chicago, and yeah, it would just have to be a whole ordeal where Zach LaVine and Jalen Brunson are both in on it, obviously. And then Zach LaVine wants to go to Dallas. Jalen Brunson's fine with going to Chicago. And then there's a sign-in trade, obviously. DeAndre Ayton is somebody, obviously, Dallas should be interested in. Nurkic is a decent center, but I don't see Portland letting him go. So I don't really think there's any sign-in trade free agents for us. I think the guy we want is going to be somewhere on a different roster who's going to have to be available. Whether that's like Miles Turner, Christian Wood on the Rockets, a Siakam on the Raptors. We got to do something, man. We got to get a star next to Luka, and that is what I plan on, or that's what I plan to do. So I have a couple guys in mind that I'm going to try to trade for, and this first being Rudy Gobert. Now, like I said, I don't know if I absolutely love this for the Mavericks, but he would be a huge upgrade at the center spot, obviously. In the playoffs, it would be interesting, but the Mavericks could just go, obviously spread out, go small ball, and they'd be fine. They got like Maxi Kleber, and we could sign another guy. But Gobert, for certain teams, could work. It just depends on who you're playing, obviously. Sometimes he'll have to be played off the floor, which is kind of weird, which is why Gobert might not be the best option, but he might be the cheapest. So it'd be like Jalen Brunson, Dwight Powell, Josh Green in a first. Let me try it without the first round pick real quick. So Jalen Brunson, like I said, in a sign-in trade. Or what we could do is we could try to keep Jalen Brunson and try to use other salaries to make this trade work. So, like Davis Bertans, I guess we could throw in here, but I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't mind keeping Jalen Brunson if we can, but I just think it's gonna be a little tough. So, Dwight Powell, Josh Green, Davis Bertans, and then you probably have to throw in that first round pick. If the Jazz were just desperate to get off Gobert's contract, then I guess we could offer this. They're not gonna agree to that, obviously. So, I do think Jalen Brunson would have to be in the trade for the Jazz to want to do this. I don't know though, man. It's tough to say. So. We're going to go back to that original trade. If they don't want to do this, though, so what was it? Josh Green, Jalen Brunson, and then Dwight Powell, obviously. So Dwight Powell. So we'll offer this. They do not agree to that. If I threw in the first, would they agree? They still don't agree to that. Okay. Maybe we don't do this trade then. Okay. We're not doing this trade. Gobert is not going to be for me. So they want too much for him. I'm not doing it. So the other guy I kind of had in mind was Clint Capella from the Hawks, who's a lot cheaper, obviously. And he kind of does some of the same things Gobert does. So instead of Jalen, or the Hawks would probably want Jalen Brunson. So you could do like a Jalen Brunson for Capella swap, I guess. Or we could try to keep Jalen Brunson and then like give, I don't know what the Hawks, I guess if the Hawks just wanted off Clint Capella's money, we could maybe do it like this, where we might have Kleba's expiring, which I wouldn't love trading Kleba though, to be honest with you. And then we have like Trey Burke, and then we have Boban. So all this is expiring money. Josh Green would be a young player for them to have. And then I think you have to throw in a first because this isn't a ton of assets for Capella. All this for Capella, and they agree. So just like that, instead of trading Jalen Brunson, I guess we're getting Clint Capella instead. So I do like him as a nice lob threat here in Dallas. So if he's cheap and he's affordable and he's available, I think he'd be a good option. So we kept Jalen Brunson and did not trade him to Atlanta. Atlanta gets off Jalen Brunson, or not Jalen Brunson, off Capella's contract. So I guess that's the incentive for Atlanta to open up some salary. But Gobert also was an interesting option, but again, it would have been tough to pull off. So we have Jovic, Bertans, Dorian Finney-Smith. Now it's Capella and Maxi Kleber, which I do like. You have Reggie Bullock, who played a lot of minutes in the playoffs for you. You got a young small forward. Then you got Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway. And we still could technically trade Jalen Brunson away. But I think just having Capella in itself is a good thing. So maybe we just roll with what we have for now and call it good. Is there anything else we think we should get in these in free agency? I don't think so. I think I'm cool. I think I'm good, man. I think we're gonna run with what we got. So Capella was the big acquisition, which again, I'm not sure would totally put you over the top, but he would be a nice lob threat for Luka to have. So obviously there's some other options you could go out there. You could find a way to trade Jalen Brunson for something else. Maybe you do it, but if you can't trade Jalen Brunson, you could just get a center. I think that's a good offseason still in itself. So Brunson goes down, Spencer Dinwiddie going down, Dorian Finney-Smith going down. I think the one thing that also Dallas has going for them, if I'm not mistaken, is their flexibility kind of opens up next year, I believe, or I can't remember what year it is, where a lot of money comes off the books. The Dinwiddie Tim Hardaway, I guess, would in like 1 to 2 years you have some expiring contract, but of course with Brunson getting paid and the Capella's making some money, so I don't know. We'll have to see, but I thought we might have some salary cap opening up like in the next couple of years, but it doesn't look like it after those signings, obviously. So Luka, Brunson going down is a little unfortunate, but let's go into this next season with Luka, Jalen Brunson, and Capella as our big three, with Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith being kind of the role players, which I do like. I still do like it, but again, if Dallas can find a way to get something even better than that, like maybe a Kyrie Irving, I guess, if he is available, or you find a way to get something else, man, more power to you. But this is the starting five. It's Luka, it's Jalen Brunson, it's Reggie Bullock, it's Dorian Finney-Smith, it's Capella, it's Tim Hardaway. I low-key wonder if we should start Tim Hardaway over Reggie Bullock, which I might be willing to do. Tim Hardaway goes up to a... Yeah, I think I'm going to start Tim Hardaway. I think Tim Hardaway was a huge loss for them in the playoffs. I mean, he was somebody that could have really helped them, but now it's Luka, Brunson, Tim Hardaway, Finney-Smith, Capella, Kleba, Dinwiddie, Jovic, and Reggie Bullock, which I do like that. Really nice. Proficiency-wise, 4-star perimeter-centric. We're going to move this to a perimeter-centric system. And then last but certainly not least, I do want to look at some shot tendencies. So Jalen Brunson, I'm going to boost it up. I mean, the man became a really good player in the playoffs, so let's boost him up to like an 88. Tim Hardaway, sure. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, I think, should take some more shots than 2K is giving him credit for. So I'll give it to like a 60, 65. And then Tim Hardaway like 77. And then Dinwiddie off the bench. I think we need him to take some more shots. And then Reggie Bullock, Kleba. Yeah, we'll probably just leave it like that. Okay. We're going to move Jason Kidd's preferred system. We're going to simulate this season with Capella now being here. And we'll see how this Mavericks roster performs. I assume Luka Doncic will win MVP every time we do a rebuild in this file. He wins it every time. So hopefully we are in the playoffs. So like I mentioned earlier, Luka Doncic does win MVP. He does it like every video. 32, 11, and 10. The man is a stud. Almost 50, 40, 90. Only 50, 85, and 45, which is still great. Jabari wins Rookie of the Year on the Thunder. Malcolm Brogdon's your sixth man on the Pacers. Got Matisse Thybulle Defensive Player of the Year. Most proof goes to KPJ on the Rockets. And then Jason Kidd, Coach of the Year, as we went 55 and 27. So yes, it was a really good year for us. So we definitely love that. Luka makes All-NBA first team. Here's your All-NBA second team. And here's your All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So we are the first seed in the Western Conference. Looking at the player stats, again, 32 from Luka Doncic, 19 from Jalen Brunson. So again, I mean, we re-signed Jalen Brunson. Ended up being pretty good for us. So I love that. And again, if Dallas can find a way to sign and trade him for something else, or if they can find a way to just keep him and add another guy like Capella, I think that's solid. But if you could sign and trade Jalen Brunson for something really good, I would do it. But we'll see. Obviously, Capella coming in is fine as well. 12 and 13 and 2 blocks for Capella, so he was just a presence down low. Tim Hardaway with 14 from Dinwiddie off the bench, so he's been solid. 11.5 from Dorian Finney-Smith, 8 from Kleba, 7.5 from Nikola Jovic, 6 from Reggie Bullock, and then that was it. So let's see what we get in the first round. So looking at the play-in tournament, I kind of hope we get the Phoenix Suns because that would be funny, and we get the Warriors. Oh, okay, this is actually interesting as well. So obviously, this team just eliminated us in the Western Conference Finals. So let's even get some revenge here. They have Clay, Jordan Poole, EJ Liddell, James Wiseman, which Wiseman, I've seen people say he has an A on the group project, and he's not doing anything, obviously. When is this man going to play basketball again? I don't even know what his situation is right now. But let's see if we beat the Warriors, someone in current round against Golden State. And yeah, we sweep them this time. So that is good. That's a good look for us. Now we get to play the Pelicans. So if you guys saw my video yesterday on the Pelicans, I might be the first person in history on 2K that didn't win a championship with the Pelicans. Might be the first person in history. Because how the hell do you not win one with the Pelicans of all teams? But for me, yeah, I didn't win one, which is kind of interesting. But let's see if we can beat the Pelicans. Game 1. Down 1-0. Okay. Down 2-0. Down 3-0. And yeah, the Pelicans are just stupid, man. Like, how do I not win a championship with them yesterday? I am such a bum. But the Pelicans go on to win it all. Over Cleveland in 5. Yesterday, I got eliminated by the Grizzlies, and they eliminated them. Okay. It is what it is, but we're going to run it back one more time because I think we have some salary or some expiring contracts opening up for us. So we do not have our first round pick this year, which is rather unfortunate. It's going to go to the Knicks. So we did trade a first for Capella, so we have to be aware of that. So it's not like we have a ton of first round picks to offer, but I do want Jason Kidd back, obviously. But I'm still looking to make like one more significant move for us. I think we have some expiring salary. So we can maybe use that in a trade, like expiring contracts, I guess I should say. So on draft night, no picks for us, right? Yeah, no picks at all. So Tim Hardaway. Okay, so Davis Bertans is it a team option next year or is it a player option? It is a team option, so that's non-guaranteed. So that's an expiring contract. Jovic is a young player that we could use in a trade. Tim Hardaway is 2 years guaranteed. Okay, so we only have one expiring contract, that being Davis Bertans, which still could come in handy. Let's go to player options and let's see. So we have player options. Dinwiddie is an expiring contract. Reggie Bullock's an expiring contract. So we low-key might be able to pull something together. So we're going to go ahead and offer all those. Moses Wright, also a free agent. And then free agency. We have Jokic, which obviously I would love Jokic in Dallas, but not going to happen. Maxi Kleba, I just simply want back on Dallas. I like him a lot. He's a good three-point shooter, space to the floor. So I like him, and I like his presence a lot. So I'm going to make a trade, another one. So what do we want to do here? I mean, we probably want to make our shooting guard or small forward position better. Because I like DFS, or we could maybe move DFS back to small forward and get a better power forward. So looking for a wing, basically, is what we're kind of looking for to upgrade to this roster. So let's look in the wing department. Shooting guards, small forwards who would be good for this roster that are kind of gettable and realistic. Zach LaVine, you got Edwards, RJ Barrett, probably not gettable. Tyler Herro, Cade Cunningham, Bradley Beal from the Wizards. Don't think we have the assets to pull off that, though. Chris Middleton on the Bucks. You got Jalen Green, which that's not going to happen. Paul George. Jordan Poole, not going to happen. Sexton, I mean, maybe could be available. He is in Cleveland now. But I don't know if he moves the needle all that much for us. And you got, like, Dylan Brooks. OG Anunoby, which I do love. OG Anunoby. Brogdon on the Pacers, which he could be an interesting option. But I'm kind of, you know what? Let's look for the small forward / power forward, actually. So small forward, power forward options. Ingram, DeMar DeRozan, Jaren Jackson, John Collins. DeMar DeRozan is on an expiring contract. I low-key think he could be an interesting option here in Dallas. Kind of like the idea of him. Anthony Edwards, John Collins. John Collins also another interesting option. Middleton, Mobley, Miles Bridges, Ben Simmons, which Ben Simmons and I don't know if Ben Simmons and obviously, yeah, I don't think that would work out that well. So Miles Bridges, if he was available, sure. But I don't think he would be. Yeah, Jeremy Grant, no thanks. Julius Randle, maybe, I guess, if he went back to that year he was good on the Knicks. But OG Anunoby, I do like the idea of a lot. I don't know if we could pull that off. Let's try. So OG Anunoby for Dallas. We have, again, Davis Bertans expiring money, which that's not going to get it done. We don't have any picks to offer, I don't think. So it'd have to be like Jovic and then Midnight, I guess, we got. So it'd be 2 young players and maybe a couple seconds. I don't know if this really gets you OG Anunoby, but I'm going to offer it anyway. And, okay, we got OG Anunoby. Welcome to the Mavericks. So we got ourselves a third guy here. So OG Anunoby being another presence here. So welcome to the team. I'm happy with that selection. So now we need a power forward or a backup shooting guard. So we have Cody Martin on the board. Give me Cody Martin out of Nevada. And we'll bring him in. And just like that, that is going to be it. So I'm happy with that. We got OG Anunoby as a third guy here in Dallas now. I don't know if that moves the needle all that much for us, but it should help. So if I move OG Anunoby, I would have tried DeMar DeRozan if I didn't get OG Anunoby. But I'm going to move OG Anunoby shot tendency up 2 for this roster. And we're going to go ahead and go into season number 2. This was the last offseason, getting Capella the first time, and then this next time was OG Anunoby from the Raptors. So I do like it. Rotational-wise, we got Luka, Brunson, OG Anunoby, DFS, Capella, Tim Hardaway, Cody Martin, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Kleba. So I love it. Proficiency-wise, 4-star perimeter centric. Run it back one more year. Let's see if we can win a championship. So once again, our boy Luka wins MVP, obviously averaging a triple-double once again. But we are here for one thing and one thing only, and that is to win a championship. Jason Kidd is your coach of the year once again. So I imagine we don't have anybody in like any all-defensive teams or all-NBA teams outside of Luka. So let's just get in the playoffs again. We got to the second round last year and then lost to the Pelicans. So 29 from Luka, 15 from OG, 15 from Brunson, 14, and then 12 from Tim Hardaway, or 13 from Hardaway and 12 from DFS. So here we go, man. Going up against the Denver Nuggets, we have Nikola Jokic, MPJ, and Jamal Murray. So somebody current round against Denver, and we are going to sweep them. And we get the Grizzlies. So this time we don't have to deal with the Pelicans, which is a good thing. So they have Steven Adams, Desmond Bane, obviously the Grizzlies, John Morant versus Luka Doncic. Sign me up, baby. That would be a fun series to watch. But somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 7. That was actually really close. Holy crap. Okay. Western Conference Finals against the Portland Trailblazers, who have Jaden Ivey next to Dame, and then they also have Anthony Simons. Game 1, up 1-0. 27, 10, and 10, and then 20. Exactly what you want to see. Your role player stepping up. 2-0 lead. 3-0 lead, and we are going to be in the finals. Please. Okay, there we go. We get to play the Pistons now, who have Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Vucevic, Ty Washington, Naz Reid. This could be a tough series. Game 1, we're down 1-0, down 2-0, and we're gonna lose the Pistons, aren't we? Yep, it's the Pistons. All right, boys. You know what? We got to the finals. We got swept by Detroit, which is rather unfortunate, but that's how this video is gonna end, man. So if the Mavericks can just find a way to get a good player next to Luka this offseason, that should be the game plan. If that means you have to sign and trade Jalen Brunson, you do it. But you only do it if it's for like a really good player. Don't sign and trade Jalen Brunson for something stupid, obviously. But re-sign Jalen Brunson, get a Capella, maybe get a Gobert if you can pull that off. But hey, the Mavericks' future is really bright, man. They need a guy next to Luka. They're going to be set. But thank you guys for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'll be back tomorrow if the Miami Heat get eliminated tonight. If not, I might just take the weekend off. We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.